The death toll has risen in the California mudslides, and the stories of loss emerging from the debris of lives and property are simply heartbreaking. Intense rain led to the new disaster in a region already hard hit by weeks of wildfires. The sea of mud covered homes and cars in an instant, taking at least 17 lives with it. Hundreds are now searching, 10 dogs looking for survivors, or more likely the missing who simply did not make it. Our Paul Verkaman is there. He joins us now. Paul, what's the latest?
Well, Anderson, as you pointed out, that death toll has risen to 17. And behind me in the blackness, there was a house, but it was literally blasted off its foundation by a raging torrent. In that debris field, you see wood, trees, boulders, and more. In all, they say that 100 houses were destroyed and another 300 damaged. This is an absolute devastating disaster of extreme magnitude. It spans some 19,000 acres. The wall of mud came in the middle of the night.
Just obliterated this little neighborhood, to turn the houses into matchsticks, blew them off their foundation and threw them up against trees.
Survivors became heroes.
We heard a little baby cry, and fireman came over. We dug down, found a little baby. I don't know where it came from. We got it out, got the mud out of its mouth. I'm hoping it's okay. They took it right to the hospital. But it was just a baby 4 feet down in the mud and nowhere under the rocks. I'm glad we got it. But who knows what else is out there.
There were many more in need out there, like the family in this house surrounded by mud water. The youngest survivor, a newborn baby. All 5 in the family rescued, others still searching for their loved ones.
We're just going to go down the creek and see what we can find.
This man's mother was swept away while clinging to the back door of her home.
I thought she'd be all right. She was in the voluntary evacuation.
What made this mudslide so horrendous? The steepness of the terrain. Look up there, the Thomas Fire burn zone above Montecito. It goes from 3,000 feet to sea level in just several miles. So the water came off those ashy hillsides and just poured right through here. It had a high velocity, as they call it, and you can look right over here and you'll see where the waters, just a little bit more than a mile from the ocean, took a house right off its foundation. Other houses swallowed by mud or destroyed by fire. Highway 101, the main freeway connecting Los Angeles and San Francisco, in a moment was turned into a river of mud and boulders. In all, hundreds of homes destroyed or damaged in a natural disaster covering 19,000 acres. And tonight, many families grieve while others simply hope that their loved ones will find their way home. There is a glimmer of hope, but it's search and rescue, and it's now more search than rescue. They know that 13 people are still missing, but as each hour passes in this darkness, the hope starts to fade. We did see behind me rescue crews go through here using all manner of different implements to sort of move around the rubble. They had their search dogs out. We didn't see them pull anybody out, but we heard that there were 3 successful rescues today, Anderson.
And was there any warning for these mudslides?
There definitely was. It's a 2-step dance with the devil. They know that first you get the wildfire and then come the slides because those hills have been stripped of vegetation. They had both voluntary evacuations and mandatory evacuations, but there just was so much rain in a short amount of time. In nearby Carpinteria, at one point, they got basically a full inch of rain in 1 hour, and that just sent this torrent through. At one point, 600 emergency calls in the middle of the night, just too much for everyone to deal with.